Good morning. It's the 1st of December. Time to start Vlogmas. Well, happy 1st of December. First of all, happy birthday to my nephew, Stuart. He's quite old today. He won't appreciate me saying that, but he is. Sorry, Stu. So this is the first episode of Vlogmas. Now, I live about certainly less than 10 miles from Amy Florence, that famous knitting and weather podcaster. And I said to her, please do Vlogmas and let us know the socks and the weather every day. And we're going to do weather comparison. And I can tell you today, it's horrible. And it has already curtailed something that I was meant to be doing, but more on that later. But it is the first. Welcome to Vlogmas. Sorry, I'm rambling on as if you know who I am. My name is Leslie. I normally present the Not Quite Enough Yarn podcast, but this is going to be more general preparing for Christmas. I really should start that soon, shouldn't I? And yes, happy December, everyone. Now, because it's the first, it's time to start doing things like advent calendars. Now, I remember when an advent calendar just meant you opened the door and you got a picture of a donkey or something, or a barn or a sheep. I really am that old. Of course, advent calendars these days mean lots of gifts. And so I am putting together a little something for himself. He has the same thing every year, but although he's also over 50, he likes it, so that's okay. And also I like an advent candle, but I haven't found one this year. And on Pinterest, I found an idea which I rather liked. Now, you're going to have to excuse the state of my office. It is a bit chaotic, and as plans have been changed today, part of my task today is to tidy up this room. But I'm going to show you the bits and pieces that I'm putting together. So here is himself's advent tree. Little drawers of things, which will have little things in them, and they will be sweet treats. So I need to just sort these out and put these in the boxes. And in terms of my advent candle, I saw an idea on Pinterest, which wasn't quite this, but numbered candles and lighting a little one every day. I couldn't find any little candles, so I got tea lights instead. So you'll see that in operation when I light candle number 1 later. And there you have a summary of today's weather. We were meant to be drumming today. Right now I should be putting on face paint and costume for an event called a Frost Fair, which is a parade with market stalls and things like that. But as you can see, it's pretty grim weather. Now, it's much better than was forecast. We were predicted, I think, kind of 40-50 mile an hour winds. It was looking pretty grim. That hasn't materialised, thankfully. But last night they decided to cancel the event. And given that we would be outside parading around the streets drumming in this, I'm not sorry. So I'm going to tidy up my office instead. I often talk about how untidy I am. And in case you didn't believe me, I'm afraid this little footage of shame is my office cum craft room. So that view is fairly familiar to you, although it's got extra tinsel at the moment. To be fair, that was going to go around my drum today, but we didn't end up drumming. But yeah, it's all a bit of a mess. So my next task is to tidy it up. Now, I did used to have a drum kit in here. You can see the drum stall there, and that's where it used to live. That's now gone, so I've got room for a bit of storage stuff. Keep me covered, I'm going in. And the same view again. Not perfect, but much better. So future podcasts, for the time being anyway, will have a slightly different view about them. And it'll be cupboard number 3 behind me, cupboard number 2 rather, rather than cupboard number 1. But they're both full. It really doesn't make any difference. Even the desk is a little tidier. Well, that was a good afternoon's work. Gonna have a cup of tea now. Well, evening is drawing in, so I've lit the first of the Advent candles. Not sure it's making me feel Christmassy yet, but it's always nice to see a flame. I'm catching up on a few knitting podcasts. Need to get the dog walked in a little while and then changed. That's me change my clothes, not get the dog changed. Because himself and I are going to a concert. We're going to see the Proclaimers in concert locally. So looking forward to that. Ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba. There will be singing, for which I can only apologise to those sitting near me.